Hi everyone, this is Chris Spargo, the editor at New Now Next. Michelle Visage is unfortunately sick today, but luckily we have Chad Michaels, last night's winner, Mimi on first, and Pandora Boxx here to talk to you. So we're going to let them take it away.
Hi, everybody.
Good morning, Hunty.
Hi. Hi.
Now for those of you who are joining us. It is very early for Miss Pandora and Miss Chad, who are both in LA and doing drag. Honey, it is not a daytime sport, so they are hungover, drunk, but at least one of them is very rich.
Yay.
So I think we all need to give like a round of applause and a congratulations to Miss Chad Michaels, the first winner of All Stars and inductee to the Drag Race Hall of Fame. Round of applause.
Crazy.
Oh my
Thanks, you
God.
guys.
How insane was that moment?
That moment was everything, girl. It was I mean, I worked hard for that. I mean, we kicked butt on the show. You know, we made kind of drag race history by winning 3 challenges in a row. And it felt good to, for the payoff at the end. It really did.
hmm Um, how Pandora, you're awfully quiet.
I'm listening.
Oh, okay. How did how did it feel? How did it feel being in teams for so long and then all of a sudden walking away with it on your own?
It was a little bit emotional, but I mean, I think all three of us can agree that none of us ever anticipated or wanted to be on teams. So, Rue separating us at the end, it was good. It was a good thing. I think that we all wanted to get set free and compete as individuals. And at the end of it all, I think it was a good thing that we were finally separated. And I was cool with it. I was cool with it.
I don't want to keep asking questions. I'm like, why am I Oprah here?
Do it, girl. That's why I'm here.
Pandora, what did you think of the finale?
I thought that it was great. I didn't watch all of it.
Were you drunk?
No, I wasn't because I was a fancy lady last night and I used dancers in my number and I didn't want to be drunk I didn't want to mess up the dance moves and be like, "Ugh, you messed it up because you're an alcoholic."
So Pandora is the new Nomi Malone of Drag Race. She's a dancer.
She did good. She did really good. She had two hot little boys backing her up, and they rocked it out. She said, "All I wanna do is move your body."
Yes.
All right, we have a question here from Amanda we're going to put on screen for Chad. Chad, do you think your drag comedy, Betty Davis, amazing impersonation, and stand-up comedy last night set you apart from the other queens and ultimately helped you win the crown?
So the question is, do I think that the Betty Davis impersonation helped me win?
And the
Is
stand-up
that the
set you
question?
apart. It's right down there.
I would like to think so, but we didn't win the challenge for the Betty Davis and Lucille Ball deal for the Gaffin. We didn't win that, so I don't know if that had bearing on anything. And as for the final comedy challenge, everybody was so good and everybody was so different. And when we were there and we were listening to it backstage, it felt to me like Raven took the comedy challenge because she was so natural and it didn't sound like she wrote a routine. It just sounded like she was rolling off the cuff. Um, so I honestly can't answer that question. I know I made a strong showing. For me to say I was better than anybody else or that it put me over the top, I can't really say.
And then now Nick wants to know, do you think the winners from this is for all three of you at the bottom of the screen, do you think the winners from the previous 4 seasons should have been on the Wall of Fame as well?
Well, I mean, I think it's a
Well,
different thing.
Ask RuPaul.
It is a different thing. I just wonder because no winners of past seasons were allowed to compete, so I don't know if maybe they should automatically go in because they're not even like eligible to compete. But again, like you said, Pandy, it's up to Rue.
Maybe they need to do. I think they need to do enough seasons, and then they'll do like a winners all stars. I think that would be
I want to
fierce.
see. I want to see them do like RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars, the bitches,
Yeah, I want to see.
or the
I want
bad
the
girl.
Bad Girls Club. I want to see the Bad Girls. I would like to do one where they did. They should do like the fat girls versus the skinny girls. Like you could do a lot of different things.
Oh, that's PC, girl. That's PC. Good one.
Yeah, honey. Please, as a fat bitch, honey, put me on there. Let's go.
Well, I know you'd be back there, Mama. I know you would.
And then Blair
The
B
team play.
wants to know if you had a lip sync against Chanel, do you think it would have been as emotional as Rujubee's was last week?
Yeah, I think it would have been. But it's funny, with me and Chanel, as close as we are, and as long as we've been friends, there's always going to be that edge there. So I think that edginess between us, we are kind of in a way opposites, although we're the same in many respects. But that tension between us, it worked for us because whereas Raven and Juju are so close and just they're just like so lovey-dovey. I think that little bit of tension between us helped us push it through, and I like that. And it would have been hard to lip sync against Chanel, but we're both hard bitches, and we would have both done what we had to do, and there would have been tears, but it's a competition, and at the end of the day, you gotta do what you have to do. So
And now, did you know you had won before last night, Chad? Or was it a taped both of you winning and didn't find out until it aired?
that's correct. Yeah, we didn't know, and I think that I think Logo and World of Wonder are really smart for doing this the way they're doing it now because somebody's gonna tweet, somebody's gonna spill the beans, and doing the two endings like that is really the only way to truly protect the winner and protect the integrity of the show. So I had no idea. I didn't know until I watched the show last night.
Was it nerve-wracking to watch?
Actually, we were at Mickey's last night, and Pandy, it was so crazy in there that we couldn't even hear it. When it came toward the end, I got to hear a little bit of it, but yeah, I just kind of let the night go, girl. Whatever was going to happen was going to happen. I just wanted to enjoy myself. So.
So the question everybody probably wants to know is, what are you going to do with that cash, honey?
Oh God, I've got plans. Like I said, I got a little nephew that I just adore, and he actually just turned 3, and I want him to have a little bit of an advantage in life. So I'm going to put up a little trust fund for him, and I'm thinking about paying off our cars and putting the rest up because, honey, you don't get an opportunity like this very often, if only once in a lifetime. So I'm going to put it up for the future and see if you can't roll it over and maybe invest a little bit, but I want to be smart with it.
Well, girl, after that, like after federal tax and California tax and game show tax, honey, it's gonna be $2.
I know. I know. It's all good. It's all for the glory, baby. All for the glory.
Yes.
Now, is there anything from last night's episode that people didn't see, Chad, that you wish was in it, that had been in the edit?
Um, I don't know if I had wished more of it had been in there, but I really had a serious breakdown in the workroom. I don't know why, the whole comedy thing terrified me so much, but it did. And, they just showed like a snippet of it in Untucked, but yeah, it was pretty bad. It was a low point at me, and for it to come so late in the competition was really discouraging for me. So I think it probably would have added a little bit more drama to the show if they had showed it. But on the flip side, they didn't get to see me be a blubbering fool, so it's all good.
Now, Pandora, do you wish there was a comedy challenge when you were on? Because you would seem tailor-made for that.
Duh. I missed it, but they did it in season 3 too. I was like, come on. Can I get a comedy challenge? I only had one challenge though.
It's so funny. I wish I'd been there. Like some of the challenges were really fun to do.
I
Yeah,
think
the
Mimi
gaffing.
doing my makeup was kind of like a comedy challenge.
Oh, girl, you were not having girl, you were not having me that day.
Oh.
You're a Pandora.
No.
I'm first.
What was your favorite challenge, Chad, since you did get to do all of them?
My favorite was Gaffin because I love to utilize a celebrity lookalike whenever I can, and that's fun for me. Maybe that's not fun for other entertainers, but I love doing celebrity impersonation, and it was fun to work with Chanel on that level too because she's such a character impersonationist or whatever you want to call it. And it was fun to put our heads together on it, and do something that is both of our forte.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that very much.
All right, now Reggie has a question for all of you, so I'm going to disappear so Reggie can come on, and then I will be back. Here he goes.
Hi guys, can you hear me?
Hi, Reggie.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I have a question. My question is, when do you guys film your confession for when you guys do it on the show? Your confessions, like when you say like, well, yeah, I didn't like what she was wearing that day, and they do like the funny little, like when you guys film those?
At the end of the day,
You
after
say
we've done
that?
everything.
Yeah.
So after you do the runway, then you go inside the confession booth?
Yeah, after everything is done, that we get out of drag, we scrub it off, and they rush us off to a secret room. We get to spill the tea.
And
Oh.
the rooms are soundproof so that none of the other contestants can hear us while we're in our confessional. It's all very like 007 tea, honey. Yes.
Okay, so when you guys are walking down the runway and you guys finish, you guys go inside a room and be like, I'm wearing this and I have this couture gown and I'm feeling fabulous. Like you guys film that after your runaway?
Hmm.
Ah, okay.
Unless you can
That's
figure
what
out
I
a way
wanted
to
to know.
clone us and keep one of us in drag and one of us out of drag, that would be the only way you could do it. Although I think we would all benefit from having a clone.
Mm.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, you guys.
Bye, Reggie.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I know Reggie. I think I met him somewhere.
Okay, and we're back. And it looks like Stacey Lane Matthews is joining us. She's on the chat side.
Yay!
Everyone say hi to Stacey.
Yes.
Juju said she's trying to join the chat, but she's having problems.
Yes, Juju will be joining us. She is figuring it out right now, everyone. So just hold tight.
She's having testicular difficulties right now. She says, "Is it working? I'm trying to get on."
She's blowing up all our phones.
And
I know she's calling me. I'm like, "Oh, don't call me. I'm doing a live chat."
Right?
so now that the season is over for all three of you, what was your favorite moment to see?
Favorite moment.
None of it really.
Oh, Pandora. You had fun.
I didn't like watching it, no. My favorite moment was counting how many times they gave stank face on the show.
It's like a drinking game.
I know, every time Pandora does stank face, you take a shot.
Wait, here's a good question.
My favorite.
Asked. Hold on. Do you think it would be benefit to have past drag racers be the guest judges?
Ooh,
Mm.
I'm gonna pass on that.
I actually think that it would be fun I mean, certainly now with All Stars happening, to have, winners of the previous seasons and the winner of All Stars to be judges in the future. I think would be interesting. I don't think it would be fair to have contestants who haven't won, because there will be future seasons of all of this. So to have them be a judge and then a contestant wouldn't make any sense. So I mean, Chad, I don't see you competing in All Stars again unless they do an All Stars All Star. So,
I out to last year, girl.
so I certainly think you would make an excellent judge.
Well, I would love to do it, but that would be kind of scary having them up there. That talk about your harshest judges would be those girls right there, honey. They've been there, done that. Yeah.
All right, now
Well,
we're
at
going to
least
bring
you know what
Matthias. He has a question.
So.
Hey, I have a question for Pandora. But first, I wanted to congratulate Chad on winning. Congratulations. I think that you did very well. So,
Thank you.
great. And Pandora, I want to ask you, after watching the season, which challenge you think you would have won, you would have nailed?
Either the Gaffin challenge or the stand-up comedy challenge. Because I'm like funny,
I agree.
right?
Yeah, yeah. I think after watching the show, I think that you would have done great in almost every challenge. You're so cool, and you're one of my favorites. So I really wasn't expecting to see you on today's elimination launch. So great, and kudos to everyone.
I look very glamorous today too, so I'm going for lesbian chic.
You're doing it.
You were giving us Justin Bieber,
I hope
undercover
that you
agent.
go fit again. I don't know
I
if
doing what?
the ones that were already on All Stars can be on All Stars again. I don't know how is that gonna work because I think that amazing queens were on this season, and I would have loved to see them. Almost all of them get the crown.
Oh, you're sweet.
Very. Pandora, Mimi, what character would you have done on Gaffin if you guys had been there for that challenge?
Ooh, good question. I think that I would have done either Liza Minnelli or Honey Boo Boo.
Cool.
I was thinking about doing Paula Abdul or Susie Orman. Denied! Or maybe Nancy Grace.
All right, we have a new question. We're going to bring on Deborah. Here we go, guys.
I feel like we're in the Brady Bunch squares.
So much fun. Hi, Deborah.
How
Hi.
y'all doing?
Hey, Deb.
First, congratulations, Chad. I was so disappointed when Sharon won. I love Sharon though, but when you didn't win, I kind of cried a little. But I had
Well, thanks, Deb.
a couple quick questions for
Okay.
for you. Did you get to see your dad? Have you seen your dad since the show? And how did that go?
Okay, yeah, I've gotten to see my dad. Actually, we've been communicating and we're working on a relationship, and I feel really, really good about everything. And RuPaul's Drag Race was instrumental in helping me get back on the road to mending our relationship. And it is one of the blessings that came out of this that I never ever would have anticipated or expected, but it's one of the greatest things that I got out of doing Drag Race is mending my relationship with my father.
It made me cry. I was in tears. You were so surprised. It was just
Pretty awesome.
It was just wonderful. It was. And
My partner Adam facilitated that.
he did what? I didn't hear that.
My partner Adam facilitated that whole meeting, the whole video with my father. So, I've got when they want to do things on the show with a family member, and he hooked it up for me. So it was awesome.
That is great. I mean, like I said, I was in tears. I was in tears because Latrice was talking how she never had a chance to make amends with her father. I too never made amends with my father, and it's too late now, and you have that chance, and I just think it's awesome. And I do love you, Chad. And Pandora and Mimi, I wanted to say that I was disappointed that y'all were the first ones to go. I just feel like maybe y'all could have worked better together, and I wish y'all would have, because y'all would have been so awesome, and I wish it would have worked out better for you. But congratulations, Chad, and I just want y'all to know I love you. I'm in the 50s. I'm in my 50s, but I sit here and watch it, and I have to fight my husband for the remote. he hates it. So
That's all right.
I love you all.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
darling. Listen, us older girls got to stick together. So I feel you, darling. It's all good. Love ya.
Well, Chad and Pandora, I think Jujubee is coming on, and we have lots of fans who want questions. So Mama's gonna go, so y'all can chat.
All right. Thanks, Mimi.
Bye,
Bye, Mimi.
everybody.
Look good, girl. See you soon.
All right, now we're going to bring on Christine, who also has a question for you too. Hold on one second.
Hi. Hi, can you hear
Hi,
me?
Christine.
Hi. Hi,
Hey,
Chad. Hi, Pandora.
Hi.
First, I want to say that congratulations, Chad. You're my favorite from season 4. I'm like in love with you. um,
Oh, thank you, sweet.
so I wanted to tell you how difficult was that comedy stand-up challenge? I mean, I was expecting a train wreck from the time they did it in season 3, and it was so some queens did terrible. I was, oh no, this is All Star. This cannot happen. Like this is going to be a train wreck. So did you expect all the girls to do so good?
Well, first of all, you're absolutely right. It took me by surprise that they brought that challenge back from season 3. And I'll say it. It was my worst nightmare challenge just because I just get a little bit freaky when I have to do something that is rehearsed on a microphone. I'm good off the cuff, but that's not necessarily what they were asking for. So it was a little terrifying. It was, and yeah, I we just did the best we could, and everyone did very, very well. All Stars is a different ball game, you know. Everyone has been around the block one time, you know, now. So being on All Stars, you have maybe a little bit more confidence and a little bit more experience under your belt. So I think that's why everybody, for the most part, did fantastic on it.
Yeah, really was great to watch. Like everyone was funny. I was so pleased.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. And
Thank you, Christine.
thank you. Bye.
Bye, sweetheart. Hi, Pandy.
Hi.
Hey.
I think my dog wants to be in the picture.
So, Chad, a lot of people are asking, is Hunger Games your favorite movie?
What was it?
Is Hunger Games your favorite movie?
It's not my favorite movie, but I don't know why, and I was real into it then. But yeah, I love the books. I read all 3 of them like in a row, and the movie was cool, but the books are better. And you know, I drew a lot of parallels between the 2, and pissed a lot of people off. And sorry about it.
All right, and now we're going to bring on Dylan, who has a question for you too.
Okay.
Hi guys,
Hey,
can you
Dylan.
hear me?
Yep.
Okay, I have a question for Chad and Pandora, of course. Chad, what is the first thing that you want to do with all that money that you just won?
With all the money I just won, I want to get my little trust fund. That's the first thing I'm gonna do, and we'll see. Yeah, kids going to college. Woo!
Yep.
That's the
And
first
Pandora,
thing.
my question for you is, oh, go ahead, Chad. Sorry.
No, go ahead, sweetheart. Go ahead.
Pandora, my question for you is, do you still feel like you're the Susan Lucci of the competition?
Um, well, you know, I did win Miss Congeniality, which was voted on by the fans. So that's an important thing to me. So I think in the eyes of the fans of the show, no, but I think I've kind of accepted my role of, you know, never winning anything on Drag Race. But I'm very excited to even be on All Stars and to be considered an All Star. So I'm grateful for
Awesome.
the opportunity. And I'd like world peace.
As long as you still have one of these, right?
All right. Well, thank you so much for
I'd
the
like.
question, Dylan. Oh,
Oh.
Close in San Diego. Sorry.
all right. And now we're going to bring up Billy, who has a question.
So,
Uh,
I want to say congratulations to you, Chad. I followed with you season 4 for the one All-Star. Chris, I also want to say thank you for pulling this together. And Pandora, I have a quick question for you. I saw you on the DNN News. Are we going to see more of the DNN News throughout the year?
I would love to do them. They were really well. They were fun, but I had like an hour's sleep because I had a show the night before. But I loved working with Juju and Shangela, and I think they turned out really great. So that's up to Logo if they're going to do more. But I would love to. I thought they were a lot of fun.
Chris, I
love those.
thank you.
I didn't hear what you said.
You guys not see the what everyone says until it airs, because since you're all sequestered when we record your connections, you don't see it until it actually airs.
Yeah, I haven't even seen all of them yet, but I think I've seen most of them.
Yeah,
I
none
was
of us
just
know
like,
what's going to happen in that last episode, so we're all in
Yeah.
suspense.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, Billy.
Bye.
All right.
thank you.
His voice was like Veronica Electronica. Were you catching that?
I am Small Wonder. My name is Vicky the robot. Oh.
Jared.
Hi guys, how you doing?
Great.
Chad, I gotta say that I am super glad that you won. You are me and my wife's favorite. I had two questions actually. One,
Thank you.
I'm a straight man. I'm trying to figure out what the lingo is. So what exactly does the T mean? And
Yeah.
and my second question is actually for Chad. How are you and your dad reconciling after you put the past behind you?
Okay, so I'll answer about my dad. We're doing great. We're on working on our relationship, and he is really giving me everything I need without me having to ask for it. You know what I mean? It's we've been communicating really well, and it's getting back on the right track. It's fantastic.
Very good. I'm glad. Like I told Chris and Michelle a while back that being straight, it's kind of hard for me to. My wife thinks it's funny, but we love watching the show. I can't wait till season 5 comes out. I really hope to see you guys again soon. You definitely have two #1 fans here for all of you guys.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you,
He likes
Jared.
Take care, Jared.
All right, and now we're going to
With
bring on the T. The T is the truth, right?
Yeah, what's going on? What's the tea?
Yeah. Although some people, oh no, it's like when they say no tea, no shade. Some people are using that as an excuse just to be a bitch, but it's gonna be a little more thought out than this.
All right, and now we're going to have John come on.
Okay.
Oh, John Mellon.
Hi. How are you guys?
Hi, Johnny.
Michelle today. It's hard without Michelle. She kind of runs this show.
He does.
So I guess my question is, everybody who's on the show in general kind of becomes like a much bigger star, and you two in particular are now like really big stars. What's that like? Like you travel around the country. How much are you on the road? What kind of response do you get from people?
My year has been pretty incredible, John. It's been overwhelming. I've done a lot of traveling. I've been gone pretty much every weekend. And I have gotten to, go around and just meet all these incredible people, all the support and I've really enjoyed that. That's been amazing. But as far as the celebrity goes and being famous, I don't, as a person and as an individual, I don't feel like a celebrity. You know what I mean? Like I just feel like the same me that I've always been. I'm sure Pandora can, attest to the fact that, it doesn't change you. It's just something that you're blessed to be a part of, and hopefully can appreciate that and move through it with some dignity and grace, because it can be rough. You're under a lot of you're under a microscope now. So
Pandora?
Yeah, I mean, I travel every weekend, so it's kind of it's tough, like being on the road, but it's amazing to get to go and see different people and to be an entertainer and to entertain the children. But yeah, it's really cool. But like the fame part of it, I don't really like when people know me. It's kind of weird. I'm like, what? Or when they like, I've had people cry and get really excited, and I just don't. I mean, I get it because I've been really excited to meet certain people, but it's weird that it's me. So it's just kind of it's odd, but cool. Odd and cool.
I think you guys have you guys have like a special kind of fame. Like it's one thing for me to meet like whatever. If I met Madonna, I would be excited about it. But you guys, in doing what you do in the context that you do and sort of being the people that you are and kind of representing us in this special way, like I get it why people cry. It's special. It's a certain kind of thing that really speaks to like who I am and who I want to be. Do you think about that when you
Yeah.
think about your character?
Hold on, I'll be right back.
yeah, I think that we're just, really lucky to be, a part of it, John. And, whatever, for me, I didn't sign up for Drag Race to be a celebrity. I had a different agenda. It was really important for me to go on there and use the platform and use the voice that they were giving me. And that's why I talk so much about the silicone injections and why I was so open about, my relationships with my family. I even went in season 4, I went even a step further. I talked about my drug abuse, in my 20s. And, for some reason that didn't really make the edit, but, we're given this voice, we're given this opportunity. And while you're on Drag Race, if you have the wit about you while you're in the moment to use that voice, go for it, because you got one shot, maybe two if you're lucky like me, and you can do something even bigger on Drag Race than just competing. You can change people's lives, and whether you mean to or whether you do it, inadvertently, it's an amazing thing to affect people positively like that.
All right. Well, thank you, John.
Thank you guys.
And now we're going to bring on Sahar.
Hey, Sahar.
Sahar has
Can't hear
no
ya.
sound. All right. Sorry, Sahar. We're going to have to bring you off. We'll bring on Sam.
Sorry, I had to run out. My dog's having bladder issues.
Hi. How's it going?
Hi, Sam.
Hey,
Hi,
Sam.
Chad. Actually, I met you in
Hi.
Houston over Labor Day weekend.
Yep.
You remember? Are you
Yep.
serious? I
Totally.
just wanted to let you know I still
Absolutely.
talk about that interaction, and I love you to death. So I'm actually watching the finale as we
Oh.
speak. I know you won already, but I'm actually watching it now. But I wanted to ask you guys if you were to choose a different career path in your life outside of being entertainers, what would you be?
That's a great question, Sam. And I've always kind of pondered that. I think it would be something completely opposite from this. I always have kind of felt like that, even though that you can do great things with this and you have those opportunities, that it is in many ways a very selfish career. It's, it's promoting yourself and what you do. And I think that if I was to do something else, it would be something completely opposite, where I can help people even more so on a higher level. I don't know, maybe social work, maybe counseling. I don't know. It's hard to say exactly, but it would be something that is opposite.
Awesome. Pandora?
Before I was on Drag Race, I did video editing for a local television station, so I shot promos and commercials and stuff like that. So I would probably definitely be doing that. Actually, right before Drag Race, I was ready to quit drag because I was like, just wasn't. I liked it, but it wasn't really going anywhere. And I said that if something didn't change, that I was going to stop. So that's probably what I would be doing, sitting here editing in a dark room.
Well, thank you both. Thank you, Chad. Congratulations. Bye, Pandora.
Thank you, Sam.
Thanks, Sam.
Now, we're going to bring on someone in a second, but one question we keep getting, and I want to say something about quick, is the Carnival Cruise thing that I know a lot of you have read about who are on this. Logo TV has nothing to do with that. We were just as unaware as everyone else, so everyone should just want everyone to know that. And then, do either of you have any comments you would like to make about it?
Yeah, I'll comment. Yeah, I won't go into details. I mean, if you don't know what's going on, do your Google work. But as far as I'm concerned, my first, my first thing that I have to deal with is my fans that have signed on to the cruise to sail with me. And, whatever is going on and whatever is going to happen, I'm going to be there because I have an obligation to fulfill. Me participating in the cruise does not indicate that I agree with the policies of Carnival Cruise Lines. I'm going for my fans.
Yeah, I feel exactly the same that Chad said. I posted something on my Facebook fan page, and that's kind of like my statement on it. And I mean, Chad really just basically said it all. I feel the same way. I'm going to support the people that, spent money to come and hang out with me, and we're going to make the most of it and have fun. And, it's disheartening to get a letter like that a few days before the cruise when this cruise has been planned for months.
Right. And as some people are saying, John Mallard said, you can all go on Michelle Visage's Facebook and read what she had to say, which was very blunt and to the point about the whole situation. But on a more positive note, we now have Mustafa, who wants to come on and ask you two a question.
Hey,
guys.
Mustafa.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi, my connection is very bad though, but I wanted to ask you a question. What went through your mind when Ru told you were the new queen? Because you were like, oh, I mean, it's editing, but you were like going all the places.
Yeah, when Rue told me that I won, I didn't anticipate that answer. I didn't know because the competition was so tight with Raven, and Raven is so talented that I didn't take anything for granted. And actually hearing those words, it was such a release. We had 6 episodes. That's a lot of work. It's a lot of sweat, blood, sweat, and tears to put into it. And it was just a really amazing payoff to hear him say that.
I mean, you deserve it. I'm not brown nosing, as you said, but yeah. I mean, I always said she's like one of the sweetest queens ever. I mean, not shady at all. Not like you're just trying to get the best of everything and everyone, which I find nice. But I was rooting for you and Raven, so one of you guys had to win. So I'm happy that you won.
Well, thank you. And there's no doubt in my mind that Raven will have another opportunity in the future to, get in there and take a crown.
Can I ask something more?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. How hard is it to keep it secret though?
Pandy, go ahead.
Huh? Oh, did you not hear it?
Yeah, how hard is it to keep it secret? It's not really hard because I think like a viewer, like I wouldn't want it spoiled for me. I wouldn't want to know, I wouldn't want someone spoiling it for me. So it's not really hard to keep it a secret. And now this is like the third show I've done with Logo. It's like Drag Race, Drag You, All Stars. So I'm kind of used to not saying anything. Drag Race was hard though at first because you're really excited, and you have like months when you can't say anything.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I asked it. But yeah, thanks and congratulations, Chad. I'm very happy. And you're
Thank you,
a true
Mustafa.
Thank you, Mustafa, and thank you for participating every week. All right, and now we're going to
Thank
bring on
you.
Jennifer.
Hi.
Hi.
Uh-oh, double trouble.
The trouble.
We saw you guys perform last night, and we're such big fans. We love you guys. You guys were awesome.
Yeah, you guys are awesome. We go to Mickey's every Monday and usually Rage on Tuesday.
Yeah, you know.
Very cool.
But we had
Go to bed. Did you go to bed? Are you still awake? Did you sleep at all?
Oh, we're still drunk. Don't worry about it. No, but we have a question for. We got a question for Pandora. I wanted you to go so much further on in the season, and I absolutely love you. I was wondering, are you and Mimi still friends, or is there like a little bit of animosity there? Or?
No, there was never any animosity between us. We've worked together, and I've worked with her since, and I'm totally fine with working with her. I think the only time that it was really like was her trying to do my makeup, and it just was not. It was
The
not
clown
working.
lips?
It was no, and I was getting really frustrated because it's a time crunch. And I'm looking at everybody else, and everybody else is ready, and I haven't even started her makeup, so it became really stressful, and right when it was the most stressful, that's when RuPaul came up and talked to us. So I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, we thought you could get a lot further if you weren't partners with Mimi. For sure.
Well, I don't think any of us on the show wanted to be in teams at all. Like, I think the team thing kind of threw every one of us, and we're like, what? So, it is what it is. I'm still an all-star.
You are. Always will be.
Thanks, guys.
All right, thank you, girls, and get some sleep.
Thank you. Drink responsibly.
All right, and now we're going to bring up Kenshin, who we'll see if she's also drinking.
Morning, girls. Love it.
It's afternoon here.
Good guy. Hello.
Hey.
We have a fan. I'm teaching English in Japan, so I want to say omedetou gozaimasu. Congratulations to Chad. And my question is, I know that both of you and Pandora have relationships, and I was wondering, how do you guys juggle the career and that relationship?
Yes, we both have long-time relationships, do we not, Pandora? How long have you been with Ian?
6 years.
You're 6, and I'm 9 years with Adam. I'll tell you what I do, and then I'll let Pandora say. Never take it for granted. You have got to nurture that relationship. You make phone calls. The little things mean a lot. And I said, this has been a busy year for me. I've been away a lot. Adam has been very supportive, very patient, and you just can never lose sight of what's really, really important. And for me, that is my home life, my relationship, and my family. So extra attention is my answer.
Yeah,
Candy?
yeah, I feel the same way. It's tough, and there was definitely a period where it was even harder, especially when it all was first happening, because I was like unprepared, well, not unprepared, but just unprepared for this level of stress that it was. And I'd come home and I'd be really bitchy, and then I'm like, oh God, if I'm going to continue to be bitchy, I'm not going to have a relationship. So it's really, and he's really easygoing. So with Ian, it's kind of easy, but it is tough. You have to just make time for each other, and texts and phone calls and stuff like that.
Well, thank you. The only last thing is, I'm a brand new queen. I haven't performed yet, but I was just wondering what advice you have for new queens out there.
Don't do
Let
it.
him get you down. Don't do it. You follow your
Thank
heart,
you.
sweet. You just do it. You do the damn thing.
Yeah, do what you want to do.
Thank
Don't let
you.
anyone.
All right, and now we're going to bring up Michelle. I think I'm saying that right.
Or is it
My
Michelle?
Hi. Right now.
Hi, my beautiful queens.
Hi, darling.
I actually have 2 questions. My first is for you, Chad. And
Okay.
at the moment where Mama Ru announced that both Rujubi and Raven would be staying, you let out a very audible yes from the background. What did that moment feel like for you?
For me, it's hard to watch anybody go because we're all sisters and we're all family, and the more the merrier. I figure I didn't want to see anybody go home that day, and I guess Rue didn't either. And on the flip side, I wasn't any more intimidated than I was before by there being still 4 in the competition, and let's do this. We got one shot to do this. We're all together. Let's have some fun, and someone's gonna win. I'm good with it.
I do want to congratulate you on your win. You're absolutely amazing. You're so beautiful. My second question is for both of you, and I was actually hoping that Jujubee could be here for this one too. But is there anything that you learned about yourself that you didn't know before going through the competition?
Pandora, why don't you go first?
Yeah, I mean, I think you learn a lot about yourself, and just it's a lot of pressure and it's a lot of stress, and and then watching yourself too, you learn a lot of stuff. I've also learned to try and not make stank face so much. That's what All Stars taught me. It taught me. I think too. I was really upset about All Stars, and it taught me to not place all my faith and everything into one thing, and I had done that, and I think that's why I was so upset too. But I don't see how you can't learn something about yourself by doing a competition like either Drag Race or All Stars, because it's really kind of it's grueling. It's fun and amazing, but it's kind of grueling at the same time.
Yeah. And honey, I'm a work in progress, and I think all of my participation in RuPaul's Drag Race, both seasons, Drag U, has really been a big part of me coming into my own and really truly believing in myself and putting my confidence level where it has always needed to be. So I'm very grateful for that.
My dog will not leave me alone. He's very needy.
Well, thank you so much for your question.
Thank you.
Thanks, girlfriend.
All right, we're going to bring on one last person with a question for y'all. Ponytail is coming.
Oh! I wasn't expecting this.
Hi.
I'm sorry. My question is, Chad, did you feel a little bit bitter when Sharon won? Because I remember.
Did I feel?
I think it was Chanel. She was like, "Oh, I think Chad's a little bit bitter about Sharon winning that money." I just wanted to know, were you? I'm not.
That was Raven who said. That was Raven who said, "I think he's still a little bitter." It's okay. No, I wasn't bitter about it, but who likes to lose, girl? No one likes to lose, and you have to believe in yourself. And I was asked like in a top 5 questions. Do you think you should have won season 4 over Sharon Needles? And I made a pro me statement. It had really nothing to do with Chanel. And yeah, I'm going to answer that question with yes, I think I should have won. You know what I mean? Because I believe in myself. There's no way I'm going to go butt up and say, yeah, I should have lost to girl. I didn't, forget that. I believe in myself. So I'm not bitter about it, but I sure would have liked to have won it,
you're a fighter just like me. I recently got into a car accident. A truck hit me on the highway going 100 miles an hour and literally messed up my whole left side. You can probably see my splint right here. My whole arm was shattered. My hip bone was broken. My femur bone was broken. My knee was messed up, and I have a hairline fracture in my spine. But you know what gave me faith is knowing that God will, He will get me through this, and knowing that okay, if I make this, I will be able to go home to my nieces, to my nephew, and still help my sister take care of them. They were my rock. And I just see, like, you know what? The reason why I like you because you were a fighter. You may have lost the last season, but you came back and you dominated also. That's what I like about
Thank you so much. Thank you. And you seem like a fighter yourself.
Thank you.
Real soon.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Ah.
All right, and with that, we are now going to be ending our final elimination lunch. We want to thank Chad and Pandora very much, and Mimi for being with us. Join us for season 5 when we do this again. Hopefully not with me, but with Michelle, who's far more interesting. Thank you everyone who joined us for the past 6 weeks, and keep watching, keep following. Any final comments from you two?
Thanks, Chris. You did great today, by the way, as a fill-in. You're awesome. And this has just been the journey of my life, you guys. And Pandy knows from experience, and it has been an ultimate journey. And I'm just so grateful to everybody who has supported me and everyone who has criticized me too and made me look at myself closer under the microscope. It's all good, and thanks and love.
Yes, I agree to all of that. I can't say it any better. Chad's always very well spoken, so yeah, I'm grateful for the experience. It didn't turn out how I wanted, but I'm still grateful that I was a part of it and that I am a part of it. So and congratulations to Chad on winning. I think Chad is an amazing entertainer, and there's no one more fitting of that title.
Thanks.
Can we get one more look at your crown, Chad?
Yeah, absolutely. It's so beautiful.
Everyone.
Did you sleep in that crown?
All-Stars winner.
I didn't sleep in it, but I kept it on the nightstand. It reminds me of I know what I like about this crown? It reminds me of Ravina's from the Snow White and the Huntsman. Kinda. The evil queen. I shall rule with an iron fist. Okay.
All right, so with that, we say goodbye to you all. Have a wonderful holiday and come back end of January for season 5. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye, y'all. Loves.